Yo.
Nice.
What's going on, brother? You good?
I'm good, my G. How you doing?
I'm well, man. You survived COVID, yeah?
Yeah, of course, man.
Come. So what are you saying, with the COVID, how did that hit you? In terms of, because what you do, actually, let's explain what you do first. You do your PT.
Yeah.
And then you do your music as well.
Yeah, both.
So regarding with the, how do you get out of it? Straight
Straight up, yeah.
Regarding with the personal training and that, how did that hit you? Like when it, from January, when it first was announced, this COVID thing and that, was people, was you getting like less clients, or was business still normal?
Well, in all honesty, I actually started working at another company, another private gym.
Okay.
Which is called, I could plug them, by the way.
Yeah, go on.
Which is called Manor in, I was working at the one in Southwest London.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's like a private gym. So I was getting back to what I used to do before when you met me in Energize. I was doing a lot of class instructing, one-to-ones, a lot of boxing training. So they, there's a lot of pro boxers there. So I went to that gym to start getting a bit of extra work, start getting some more classes. And
what was you doing, boxing? Yeah,
boxing, but it was more to like start building communities and get, because I've been doing one-to-one, or should I say freelancing by myself. And when you're doing it by yourself and you're not really around other personal trainers or people that are you're not around an industry as such, you're just kind of working by yourself. So I did that, and then when I was actually working in that environment back in the gym doing classes, COVID hit. And then I remember when he spoke about it, it was like, yes, it's going to be quite bad. And I was like, what do you mean? Is that a couple months? It's probably going to be about 6 months. It gave me that look, and I was like, I didn't really get it at first.
Okay.
What was going on? I was like, it's a virus thing. So I spoke to my friend about it, and he's like, it's quite serious, bro. So from there, that's when I decided that if this is a virus, I knew that the way that it's been promoted or it's been put out there, that you gotta go take it right here. That basically, you're not really going to be able to, especially if you're doing a contact job like boxing's contact. Especially when I was doing the classes. That I knew that's just a write-off.
Okay.
It's not gonna happen for this year, and I'm not saying it's not gonna happen for the future, but it's gonna make it difficult for anyone who's just relying on that type of way of getting money because of how life's changing, basically.
So what did you adapt to then?
I adapted to the fact that if basically that it's not going to be all about
indoor kind of
and just the same as like, because we're a bit more old school with things, like it's more contact, one-to-one, meeting people, but everything's a lot now digital, online, and that's what I thought. I'm not going to go against the resistance. I'm just going to move with the flow of what's happening. So when I came home, I started getting all my clients online. You can go around that way.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing. So I just got all my clients. I'm going to direct you while I'm chatting. Keep going this way.
I'll follow the map. Like, I'll just go where I go.
Okay, cool.
Don't let we got the map, man. We're alright.
Yeah, so it clicked in my head anyway, because I did a bit of research online, get a feel about what's going on. And that's when I decided, you know what, I'm going to start getting my clients online, because going to do one-to-ones, it's not just the fact of the virus, it's more about people's mindset, how their mind state's going to be affected after the virus. Everyone feels different about it,
So when you say online, what do you mean? Like you're literally tutoring them online? Like okay.
So on Zoom, you can go straight up.
Okay.
I'll take you back on the main. So all on Zoom. I put all my clients on Zoom, one-to-ones. And literally coaching them from my front room to their front room, getting people to buy equipment. Okay. To build their gyms. It's about a strong mind state right now, because if you're locked in a way, we've been put on house arrest, or going straight. So it's kind of like almost like a prison mentality. That you have to have, because everything that you thought all that freedom that you thought you had has been taken away from you. So now what you're gonna do? And I think a lot of people have been suffering mentally because they rely on.
Have you seen that? Have you seen like anyone come up to you and say, look, you know what, I can't do this. Like it's too much indoors.
What clients?
Any clients?
Yeah, I mean, this once again, you get people who not just personal trainers, but you get clients as well that are just like, no, that I can't really, or the one-to-ones online is not really for me.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, yeah, I get it, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't have value to it, and it's not the same. A lot of the time when people want personal training, they want that luxury of someone doing it for them.
What do you mean?
Like, okay, if I pay you as a personal trainer, you're gonna get me in shape, which means that I'm making you responsible for getting me in shape. When really and truly, I hold the responsibility. You could just.
Alright, that's interesting. I would have. Well,
it's like saying you take the horse to the well, but you can't make him drink. So I can give you all the information and tell you what to do. Yeah. But it's up to you if you're actually going to do it.
Okay.
So that's why online training is still very valuable. Okay. Because it's down to how much.
And what do you think that's the future?
Yeah. Well, but it doesn't mean that you won't be able to have the one-to-one contact. You will. But it's also an addition.
What do you prefer?
It's different dynamics, man. To be honest, I'm actually impressed with myself of how much I've
utilized. Does it feel like? I mean, like, does it feel? Do you get into it as much? Because okay. And I mean, is it one-to-one on Zoom, or is it a bunch of them and then you're training all of them at the same time?
Well, with Zoom, you're able to do like up to 100 people if you want. But I focus on the one-to-ones because I feel like personal training is quite intimate. And it's more about you as the individual. So you as a one individual person, you have your own personal goals. If we discuss things personally about, because people are not always honest. If they really need someone that's going to coach them and help them get into better shape, they're not even fully honest with themselves about a lot of the things that they're not doing. Which they
what do you mean, like diet and that? Yeah,
diet, so lifestyle.
When it comes to diet, would you say, for people out there, would you say, all right, go 100% in, as in like cut out all this shit, or would you say gradually
moderation?
Moderation,
because it's all about your mind. So our brain's very like complex.
So would you say, because I think it is, would you say like sugars are a drug? Like sugars, high sodium,
sugar, salt. That's the first thing that you're fed as a kid. The sugar.
What do you mean?
That's another deeper thing than another deeper subject.
We'll go into it. Go on.
But sugar's a drug itself. Refined sugar.
Okay.
It's not necessarily natural to have sugar that way.
No.
Especially from a young age.
So they get you addicted to it.
We've been given sugar as kids, and we're taught to give it to kids.
Sweets and that.
Yeah. And there's a deeper thing behind that.
And why do you think? What's the deeper thing?
Just like what you said, it's a drug.
So you get you addicted, so they can keep peddling the drugs.
They got popcorn with salt and sugar in it. Like,
to keep you unhealthy, to kind of keep you get you in diabetic, get you.
It's to keep you addicted to something. Most natural things, all natural things, won't have any addiction to them. It's just that we have addiction, and that's what is another controlling thing.
But what about cocaine, man? Cocaine's natural. You get addicted to that.
I wouldn't know anything about cocaine.
Nah. I'm just saying.
I know that it's mad. It's one of those drugs where everyone gives it away and you know, like and
that's a good point.
And also they always say, nah, it doesn't do anything to me. I never get that with that.
What about tobacco? Tobacco's a natural and always a plant.
Yeah, but the normal tobacco.
What do you mean normal tobacco?
What the indigenous people used to smoke, and like the unrefined tobacco isn't addictive.
What, they refine tobacco?
Well, I don't know if refine's the right word, but it goes through a process.
Okay.
So it has a lot of, like, once again, sugars, animal protein, and all kind of things that's on it. It's, if you look at the cigarettes that you see in shops, if you look how they make them, it's not like the normal tobacco that you actually get like tobacco leaf.
So this control thing from like with the sugars, do you think COVID is another form of control? Like, alright, so when it first came out, from my view, I was thinking, bioweapon, they're finally doing this, people are gonna die. But then, months later, like, I know people was dying, but then numbers, so I go this way?
Yeah, straight up.
People was dying, but a lot of the numbers was fiddled. Like, if someone had cancer and then they tested positive for a coronavirus, they will call it they had COVID-19. So the more I kind of read into the facts and figures, the more I think, well, what was the point of that then? Like, they've ruined people's livelihoods.
It's an economical crash, really. What's going to be the main effect?
Yeah,
of what happens
because
now.
they want to put a one world currency and a one world government.
Yeah, that's why I clocked on after the first 2 weeks when they said, this virus. And when you have a virus that you can have every symptom and no symptom.
Yeah.
Then I was that margin.
Yeah.
It takes away rights in a way, like.
From when they were saying,
if it's not like, basically, if it's not you, if I'm like, you know what, I don't care about dying. I don't have no fear about dying.
Yeah.
Whatever. If I die from COVID, I die. Like, if that's your fate, that's your fate, innit?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
But it's not about me anymore. It's about the person who I could affect.
Yeah. So they put it on you like their responsibility. Like, oh well, you don't care, but you know you're gonna kill little Timmy over there.
So then it's in a way now they found a way to control you. To try to take away your free will.
But do you accept that? Do you fall for that peer pressure then?
No.
I don't.
No, because it's end of the day, like, there's viruses out there all the time, and COVID isn't the only one. Like, at the end of the day, we're under attack every day.
So what's happened to flu?
Exactly. Well, it's the same thing. It's just it's a different name, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you ask me, it's about more of a branding.
Yeah.
Like, because really and truly, if I wear a mask, that's not gonna stop me from.
No, that's gonna ruin your lungs worse. It's gonna make you.
So I'm not really worried about, because internet is like, you can get trapped up in the internet.
Yeah.
It's called a net.
Yeah. Hey, it's true.
You know what I'm saying? So you can get overload of information.
Yeah.
Like you say, you hear all these different things.
Yeah.
And you've got, now this is the time where you really got to start tapping into your intuition. Because I haven't heard them once really speak about taking natural things that I know from studying nutrition and doing personal training and learning about my own body, how I'm going to avoid catching any viruses.
Well, there are some doctors out there who say, look, just up your D, up your vitamin D, up your vitamin C, up your zinc, and then it will stop that particular coronavirus from when it attaches to the cell, it will stop it from replicating inside that cell.
But also just physical health.
And then sugars as well. Sugar is like a booster for any virus, because they'll lower your immune system.
Yeah.
So.
And anything that's too acidic as well.
Yeah. So, all right, they say, all right, wear a mask. Well, why not ban chocolate? You know what I mean?
But they won't do that.
Why not ban that popcorn with salt?
The first place that they closed, and one of my clients said that to me, was it said it's quite sad, but he said they will close the gyms before they close the pubs, because they know people in the pubs will vote.
So how did that make sense?
Because the people that they need the votes for, it's like it's a game in a way, but like.
Did they close gyms before pubs? I didn't even realise that.
Well, gyms were the first things to close. No, everything closed, and I think the first things to open were pubs and stuff like that.
Because, I remember hearing that,
But they didn't open gyms.
Because I was waiting for the gyms to be open.
Yeah.
And then they open after, like 2-3 weeks after the pubs, isn't it?
Like, I even spoke to doing a boxing class the other day. And they was talking about, I was like, let's do a boxing class. It's perfect now to get people in shape. Because you really feel like you're doing something to counteract this virus. And then they're saying,
you are.
Yeah, but then they're saying to me now, you can't use the focus mitts, but you can use.
What are the focus mitts?
Focus mitts are like the pads.
Okay.
That you use for boxing.
Okay.
That you hold in your hands. You see.
Okay.
And then you got the other ones where they have the foam tubes.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah.
And you see them. You see Tyson training.
Yeah, they duck and all that.
Doing the slips and that. They're saying, you could use the tubes, but you can't use the focus mitts. And I was like,
difference being what? What do you mean?
You tell me, bro. That's what I was asking.
Who is saying this?
The guy was saying that to me at the gym. He was the manager.
And
so I was
he's been told this is the rules. These are the rules.
And I said, okay, so who said that? And I was like, look, I've dealt with professional boxers, and to me, there's no difference in the distance.
Yeah.
From using foam rollers to pads, you're still in the same distance. And whatever's going to travel the same distance.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's a company called Sage, such and such.
Okay. Sage,
I was like, called Sage, you know.
So who?
Why is it called Sage?
Yeah.
But anyway,
why is it called Sage? What do you mean? No, pick up. I like these things.
Like, I don't know. Well, Sage is
what is
sage?
I
know Sage is a herb, and and a lot of people burn sage to get rid of bad spirits and stuff like that. So like a cleansing.
Like when they put that smoke around them.
Yeah.
It's
like a cleansing type thing. So I feel like Sage is supposed to be that cleansing governing body or whatever to tell them the correct things to do. And I was
these people making them decisions, like, do you reckon it's just like they see it on a paper and they just guess, like, all right, we're gonna ban this, we're gonna stop this, but we'll let this, because they seem so detached, like on a level.
People don't know what to do. Like, I feel like people are in fear and they don't know what to do, and they have to also show that they're doing something in the companies to be like COVID safe. So like even one of the other places I go to, they took away the Swiss balls.
What's the Swiss ball?
So Swiss balls are like the core exercise balls.
The heavy balls?
No, the balls that people sit on and do crunches on and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So they took those away.
Yeah.
But they didn't take away the benches.
How? What's the?
But they took away the towels. But
wait. So all right, let's go.
I used to use
balls,
the towels to cover the benches. But they took away the towels because they're not allowed to provide towels. So I was just like, when I was looking at my client, I was like, even he was saying to me, it's just like, this don't make no sense.
Yeah.
You know,
so
they take away, they leave the water, but they take away the cups.
Yeah.
So you got to have your own cup. So
yeah.
I feel people just have to find a way to show that they're doing something. So.
But that way that there is going to have a negative impact, because if you're not, me, I love my, I'm very inclined to, I'm very cynical when it comes to the government. So I will definitely investigate everything they say. But for the average person out there who isn't like myself and kind of just goes off what the news is programming them, is telling them what to believe, by them hearing, even those people hearing this logic, it's gonna make them say, that don't make no sense. Like, why do I have to go in Sainsbury's and wear a mask, but I just been in the gym and not wear a mask? Like, it's all these contradictions.
As soon as it kicked off, and when I had to queue up outside Waitrose for like 2 hours, because they create this panic, because like when they had that petrol,
the petrol scare,
everyone starts rushing. It shows you how much.
But why toilet paper? Even like the first things was to go off the shelves was toilet paper.
It's because they put it in the news.
Water. That's what my point was gonna be. Because they said they start showing pictures of empty shelves of toilet paper. It spread like a virus. People was buying toilet paper for no reason.
It shows you how much control that they have over certain people. And also it's just like it's a lot to do with fear. Like, people are scared. If you know that, if you're worried about dying, basically, then I could control you. But if you're not worried about dying, like, you know, you see them kind of feel it's like, I don't know, Mike Tyson, when he's just not scared of dying anymore, then you can't control that individual. So if you can't control people because they're not scared of dying, and you think about it, and anyone who's watching this will have to think about that. If you know that you're going to be, like, that's one thing that you knew from when you was born, that you're going to die, you're going to leave this world one day. Why are you going to be scared about preventing dying? Like, there's 6 million ways to die or more now. So there's only one way you're gonna go, and that one way is already what it's gonna be. You can't prevent it. All you can do is keep yourself healthy, you know, and make sure you get rest, keep stress out of your life. So that's why I switched the news off. Oh, speaking of stress,
during that first like peak from like March to whenever they got it off, the news was always on in the background. I swear it gave me anxiety.
Of course it will.
I've never had
You can't
anxiety,
keep up with it.
But I remember I got like maybe I had hay fever or something. I was sneezing. And
but
then
even that, you're going to be like, shit.
And I've never been like that in my life. And then I thought to myself, shit, if I got COVID, fuck, shit. I went and bought a thermometer to check my temperature.
To me, I was like, but what is COVID? COVID's like, if you had a meter and like cold was here, and then like pneumonia or something was up here, COVID's like the whole thing.
It's everything apparently.
So you anywhere in between that you could feel. But then again, my boy had a test and it came back negative. But I watched one of them videos where one guy taking it and didn't swab anything. He just broke it and put it back in.
Listen, there's been countries. I think it was Tanzania. Where is that place just off Kenya?
Tanzania.
Is that it? Yeah, it's like a beautiful, nice beach. I've seen it.
I think it's Tanzania.
Anyway, that place. I think it was that country where the UN or whoever, or the WHO, wanted to go in there and provide tests or whatever, and so the guy running it dipped one in on a sheep, one on lettuce, one in a car oil, sent them back, and they all came back positive.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So, and I just seen again a guy from Manchester, I think he is.
Yeah.
He done some test.
He just
broke it and put it back and come back positive. So what's that saying to people?
I feel like maybe
have they already got the virus on that swab already, and then when you're putting it in your nose, you are affecting yourself, because.
But the virus, like, put it this way, the virus is not, to me, doesn't seem deadly enough to have all of this, you know, what is going on right now. Because it's the same as, like, if they create a vaccine, they would have to cure the common cold.
You
and
can't though.
and that's been, how long has it been since they haven't cured the common cold?
Yeah.
But there are things naturally, like I said, that can
your body can kill it.
Prevention is better than cure.
Yeah.